Morning, y'all. Morning. Shoulder workout. Oh, we're gonna get it in today. Last week, my shoulders were a little bit sore than needed to be. So I did a little recovery workout. Today, my shoulders are taxed. So we're gonna see. I don't like to risk it with my shoulders as a person who had torn labrum surgery. It's not worth it. But to honor my push-pull split, yesterday was a pull day. Did arms, did biceps. Today, we're gonna go back into our push with our shoulder. I'm just trying to make sure we don't snap some shit up, all right? Hopefully you guys' week is going well. It is Thursday. Week is almost over. Gotta be happy about that. The weekend is coming. I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and our weather is starting to shift a little bit. We're getting a little bit more rain. I gotta say, I'm actually enjoying the rain a little bit. Dallas is hellaciously hot all year round. So when you're finally able to get a little taste of that 60-degree weather, feels real good. Right now what you see me doing is really just trying to get my shoulders loose. Like I said, I had torn labrum surgery on my right shoulder. That's just this shoulder right here. And I have been dealing with a little shoulder pain. So I just want to make sure today we ain't exacerbating any of that. Good little stretch. 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 Woo! Yeah, man, when you get older, man, you gotta do all this warming up and shit. All this stretching. Tonal does have built-in workouts, or warm-ups within each of these workouts. But it's not everything you need. You probably do need a little bit of extra. So, y'all talking about winter creeping up on everyone. Yeah, what's good, Tap? Winter is coming. Can I see more shoulder stretches? Yeah, I mean, a couple shoulder stretches that I do, right? Of course, you got your basic one over your shoulder or across your body, right? I also like to do the one where, like I'm kind of holding like a point and then kind of bending down, making sure that I get that tension right in there, right? And of course, you got a beam like this, kind of stretch it in this way, right? But typically after I go across my body, I like to take my shoulder or take my arm, right? And then pull. You should feel a good stretch there. Right? And I'm not trying to stretch too long, honestly, because usually I don't have as much time. I've been noticing with doing these workouts and lifting, some of my flexibility is starting to wane a little bit. So I just want to make sure that I can keep it, try to make sure that I can still get a little bit of, touch my back. Put my hand in the mid-center of my back. I don't want to lose the ability to do that. All right. Of course, you got the ability. You got your rotations, forward and backwards, is to help loosen things up. But really, most of my shoulder stretches revolve me grabbing a point, keeping my hand at one point, and then stretching either down, across, out. And of course, there's also, I think it was the supination, where you're actually trying to warm up those rotator cuffs. If I had a resistance band, I'll be able to get those things warmed up. Typically, you want to make sure kind of supinate for about 10 seconds, hold, release, just so those rotator cuffs can get a good warm up. Really, really beneficial if you're somebody who likes to do a lot of heavy bench, because when you're doing that bench press, what you don't realize is that your shoulder is having to do a lot of that stabilization of that weight once it's fully descended. So when you're doing those bench presses and you're noticing that you're starting to get that shoulder pain, it might be because you got weak shoulder muscles in that regard. And I think that may be what I'm experiencing a bit. So, what's good, Rain? Boy, I said, where the glute workouts, man? Yeah, the trolls coming out early, huh? What up, MK? Yeah, stretching is absolutely life. Oh, shit. Tonal booted me out. Let me get out of here. Hold up. Tonal said, boy, you're taking too long. This is a 30-minute workout this morning, y'all. So I'm hoping it doesn't actually take too long. Let's see if we can get right into it. Oh. We're gonna be completely honest about this workout today. All right, here we go. Warm-up set. All right. First exercise we have is the standing barbell overhead press. All right. Give y'all a different POV today. See what we can do with this. I'm gonna do with this one. Ooh. Let's see. Can I put y'all right here? Can y'all see me from right here? Yeah, y'all can see me from right here. Let's see. Let's see. Can y'all see? Yeah, y'all can see this. Cool. First warm-up set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fully extended out. Move it right here. There we go. All right, now we got our first work set. Now me, I'm gonna take a little extra 30 seconds. Get my shoulders loose again, because again, y'all, I'm not playing with my shoulders. I've already been this kid and learned from this mistake. The moment your shoulders start hurting, you better take a few steps back. So it's the trial day. Let's see. 61 or 63 pounds. Tonal weight. Overhead, 10 reps. Let's see. Let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, There you go. It's not bad. I felt like work. It did feel like work, but it didn't feel too difficult. Morning rain. If I haven't answered already, I am doing well. Today's a shoulder day, so I'm a bit nervous. My work week has been pretty busy. Yesterday, I got 2 auditions that I did. Auditions are always a great homework assignment to have. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get your camera set up, and they really do keep us pretty busy. I had a job with the suit company that I did. The official sponsor of the NFL Hall of Fame jacket. I did a commercial as a principal role where I was a soccer coach. And I cannot wait to show you guys that, man. It's such a dope treatment for that commercial. We went out to the Cotton Bowl, and I played a soccer coach. And man, I was like the guy. You know what I'm saying? It's an interesting feeling going on set, and like there's an entire team of production, you know, sort of capture a vision where you're the centerpiece of it. It's kind of wild. All right, here we go. Front raise. Twelve. But that's what I've been doing, Rain. Just staying busy, working. One more. Shoulders feeling good so far, y'all. Shoulders feeling good so far. Ooh, stumbled on. Bro, you fitness capping? See me, you eating family meal at McDonald's, cuz. If it was cap, I would hide it from you, Jose Mendoza. Jose Mendoza. If I was capping, I would be hiding it from you. Nah, man. Just for the context for anybody who is new here, this channel isn't about fitness capping. This channel is about a regular dad, regular career guy that is gonna show you guys that you can still get to the goals that you have for yourself without being perfect, without, pretending that it has to be perfect, without having all the answers. You could follow Sam Sulek, channel like Mind Pump. You can follow a lot of different creators for that. I'm not the subject matter expert, but I know when it comes to real people trying to get to real change, oftentimes that can be pretty intimidating. The idea of approaching somebody who has all the answers or trying to follow somebody with all the answers, a lot of times it's not realistic to the practical lives that we're all living. I have 2 children, I sleep train my children. I spend a lot of time with my children, and I work a 9 to 5. Corporate Microsoft, baby. So this isn't about, perfection for me. It's about showing you that I'm gonna get there regardless. So you can tune in and find out next time on Dragon Ball Z, or, you don't have to. But ain't no cap in my rap. When y'all see your boy looking like a bodybuilder, and y'all gonna be seeing them comments where they're gonna be like, "Nah, bro, you're juicing, bro, you're juicing." When you see those comments, when y'all see that, y'all gonna know. Nah, every step of the way, he ate McDonald's. He went days and weeks with only 5 hours of sleep. He actually has a family and kids and a wife, just like I do. He did it. That's what it's all about. Oh, now put you back in the OPOV. And like I said, y'all, this ain't about y'all reaching my goals. It's about you finding some encouragement. It's about finding encouragement to approach your own. Did balding impact me mentally? In some ways, for sure. I think, if anything, I'll answer you real quick after I get this set in. Ate the hard way. 1, 2, 3. I think going bald, it affected my mentality a little bit. Because I think when it came to going bald, I think it kind of forces you to confront your aging process. And in some ways, mortality, you know? I think as a adolescent and young adult, you know, from like my early 20s to my mid 20s and even late 20s, you know, balding is kind of like this thing that, you know, it kind of floats as a possibility. And, you know, as young people, we don't tend to think those things are coming for us. I know I didn't. My dad's got a full head of hair. So, you know, I kind of felt like I was a bit, I don't want to say invincible, but kind of invincible. I didn't think that, you know, aging would impact me in that way. And so after having my 2 daughters, after, you know, being married, going on 8 years now, you know, it kind of hit me like a rude awakening, you know, that not only am I getting older, but I'm also human, subject to the same things that, you know, other humans go through. I'm not invincible, you know. Let me finish this set. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, it definitely kind of made me think about my health. And I think with alopecia or male pattern baldness, you know, I think the first thing you think about is whether or not you're getting all of your, you know, all of the nutrition you need. You know, as young adults, you know, you grow up eating cafeteria food, you know, you think, you know, you kind of assume that you're getting all your daily minerals and your vitamins and all the things that you need. And as an adult, your nutritional imbalances start to manifest themselves, you know, in your skin, in the way that you recover, in the way that you look. And hair is where I think I got that rude awakening. It was like, yo, I need to take, you know, my health a little bit more seriously. So to answer your question, absolutely. Absolutely. It changed my mindset. It made me more health conscious. And it also sort of, it removed a little bit of the necessity, I think, to concern for my hair. I actually love rocking the baldy. Can't even front with you. I do believe in God. Appreciate you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. I do believe in God. I'm getting back into working out, and things are not the same at 30 than when they was at 20, especially if you got a few injuries. Absolutely. Hey man, Darth, you are right there. We are aligned there, you know? And I think that's why in our 30s, bro, it is very, very important for us to start cultivating these routines. Because if you really want the lifestyle of being able to be able to walk, being able to jump, being able to, you know, move without things hurting, 30s is when you got to start setting that foundation, right? The 30s is one of the most pivotal times because, you know, unlike your 20s where you could just drink as much, as you want to drink, you can eat as much as you want to drink, or eat as much as you want to eat, wake up and everything's fine. In your 30s, that same behavior will literally fuck you up. So it's real. Whoa, I was watching a video where you had shoulder length locks. When did the change happen? Oh man. Yeah, the change happened not too long ago. Let me finish this set. Oh, So here we go, 6. Shoulders feeling much better today too, by the way. I took that week to do recovery work. Did a recovery workout, lowered the weight, you know, kind of did a lower weight workout, and I think it is paying off dividends right now, man. My shoulders feel great. They really do. They really, really do. Yeah, Darth, we could do anything we wanted to, man, and it was something about our 20s, man. I was in college at the time, man. Something about being in our 20s, where you just felt invincible, you know? Nothing really, you weren't really impacted by much. You could drink all night to the wee hours of the morning, you know, and you can go to class. I wasn't no guy that had dealt with hangovers, you know. I never had a broken bone. You know, I dealt with rolled ankles and stuff. I had a shoulder surgery, but like for the most part, I felt like, man, okay. You know, I was one of those guys where, you know, when it came time to working out or when it came time to going outside and running and full sprinting, I could just go do it. Like I wouldn't stretch. I was never a guy that stretched, you know, and I developed mentalities around it where I didn't feel like I had to. But again, the humility of turning 30, popping a hamstring. I think I popped a hamstring at like 29, popped a hamstring at 30. Like now I'm damn near afraid to sprint. Now I'm just like those old guys I used to watch where it's like, come on, let's race. And he'd be like, nah, young blood, I gotta stretch. Let me damn near take you an hour just to be able to run a 10, 13 second sprint, bro. So it's real. But to answer the question that was asked earlier by that guy, I lost my locks, or I cut my locks, probably about, it's almost been 2 years. I noticed that I had a growing bald spot near the back of my crown. And it had been a spot that I had been dealing with for some time, but I was kind of in denial. Like, I was a kid who, hold on, let me finish this. I was a kid, you know, who had kind of had stitches in his head. You know, I did hit my head a few times in this area. So I'm thinking that this hair just might not be growing, you know, because, you know, maybe there were some staples that were there that, you know, were preventing hair from growing, or I just thought it was a thin spot because of the injuries that I sustained to my head as a young child. You know, you split your head open as a kid. But as my lock process continued and furthered, you know, my locks, I felt great about them. I had so much volume, you couldn't really see it. But for me, as I just continued to allow those locks to grow, I just became more and more curious about what was actually going on with my scalp. You know, I felt like the locks provided cover for poor health and really things that were really going on with my body, whether it be a nutrition deficiency or, you know, just simply me not handling my seborrheic dermatitis correctly. And so it was really a very scary decision for me to decide to cut my locks and really just embrace being bald, because as soon as I cut my locks, I noticed that I was also starting to get thin at the very top of my crown as well. Went to my dermatologist. You know, we tried some oral minoxidil. We tried, we didn't try topical minoxidil. I had already tried that on my own, but we tried some oral minoxidil. We tried this vitamin that was really basically an advanced amino acid. The minoxidil gave me really bad heart palpitations, like really made my heart hurt. So I stopped taking those. And then, you know, I really just kind of gave up. Like, I was like, you know what? Let's just kind of embrace this. You know, let's just embrace this and really just stick to, you know, being devoted and dedicated to my fitness. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now. You know? Dar, stretching is the most important. Stretching is absolutely the most important. Dar, you'll get it back. Yeah, don't worry, you'll get it back. I stopped at 17 and picked it. Yep. You get it all back. Yep. Yeah. Resistance training, and that's what's your name? Hero? That's a very real sentiment, Hero. Resistance training for a lot of us, especially as we age, is the key. Pardon me, y'all. Resistance training is the key. I mean, you're talking all cause mortality solved by simply resistance training. 16. Yeah, resistance training has allowed me to be in the best shape, nearly the best shape. I'll say, damn, where's my water at? Should have brought my water. Oh, here we go. Resistance training has really allowed me to be in some of the best shape of my life. Despite my current physique and eating McDonald's, I probably got about, I legit feel like I probably only got about 2 weeks before I'm showing y'all like 6-pack abs and having people under my comments thinking that I'm juicing. Probably about 2 to 3 weeks. I had a real crazy binge these last few weeks. So my body is recovering from that right now. That's another thing about your 30s. You think you can just eat junk food, and as a kid, man, you could eat 3 pizzas, 2 pizzas, you know what I'm saying, to yourself. The ice cream truck would come by school. You could eat candy. I remember I was in Texas eating chicharrones and sour straws. I would get the nachos or you get the Doritos, the hot Cheetos. You put the nacho cheese in the little hot Cheeto. You would eat all that crap and just playing outside. And I still 6-packed up, bro. Still. And so you do that shit now in your 30s. What happens is you get this. You know what I'm saying? You get this little thing right here. And you see me trying to come through, but when you eat like crap for 2 weeks straight, you gotta get rid of this, bro. Deep belly button and everything. So, that's really what happened. I had wisdom tooth surgery, had my wisdom teeth pulled out, couldn't eat solids, and was in pretty good shape at that point. Probably weighed about 15 pounds less than I weigh right now. Then I got wisdom tooth surgery. And boy, probably lost another 10 pounds. I was 180 pounds. When I finally was able to eat solid foods, it was like my body like, it started going savage for all that Chipotle, Wingstop, basically anything I could get. Because the whole time I had my wisdom teeth recovery, I was just thinking about all the things that I could eat. Watching mukbangs, seeing YouTube videos of all the content, of people trying new foods. And boy, I about went crazy. Post me having my wisdom teeth taken out, I probably spent the next 2 months that every weekend just eating whatever I want, bro. Red Hot or Dave's Hot Chicken, Chipotle, Taco Bell, McDonald's. My mother-in-law and my mother came in town, so of course we were ordering out every day. Like, bro, for 2 months straight, And that same activity as a 20-year-old would have been nothing. You eat like that now, it's a wrap. Eating 2 weeks like that will almost guarantee, at least for most people, you gotta work at least damn near a month or two just to get back to where you were. So that's the process we're working through now. I'm currently doing push-ups, walking, and a few curls. Thank you. Maybe I will buy some of those resistance bands to exercise. Yeah, resistance bands are great. Love these lives. I'm gonna keep going to the gym till I can afford a Tonal. Hey man, I'm glad you pop in, bro. You know, a Tonal, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. In my current circumstances financially, I wouldn't buy no damn Tonal. I would've got me a great set of dumbbells, some resistance bands, and something else, you know? Best believe I would have been getting to it, but you know what I'm saying? Hero, I am 33 years old. I've been in the Nicasso Avocado. That name sounds familiar. But yeah, I just turned 33. Just turned 33. And, you know, I'm not in terrible shape. I don't think I'm in terrible shape. You know? Oh! I don't think I'm in terrible shape for my age. I think, here we go. Let me knock these out real quick. 2, 3, 4. Oh, 12, okay. Oh! And I thought your boyfriend was old. Yeah, we grown, man. That's the guy who, oh yeah. I know who that is. Yep, I know that. I recognize him now. Yeah, man. I'm in the era right now where I'm trying to make sure I slim down. It's funny that he was slimming down the whole time while he was doing pre-recorded or putting out pre-recorded content, going through his surgery. 7-year age gap. I mean, hey, I enjoyed my 20s. Went to an HBCU, was a college athlete on full scholarship. Had a dual parent household where both my parents were in the Army. You know, served 20 years, so we were moving like every 2 to 3 years from duty station to duty station. I had a very full life, bro. You know, very full life. Let's get these shrugs popping. Put y'all right here for the shruggies. And I appreciate the kind words, hero. I feel like I'm in decent shape. I think the thing that burdens me the most is trying to adhere to my old school athletic standards. When you've been an athlete all your life, 1 second. when you've been an athlete all your life, you know, I've been doing track since I was in kindergarten, playing football since I was in 3rd grade. I'm one of those kids that was always the fastest. I always had a six pack. I always had some sort of muscles. And my dad bodybuilded. He was a bodybuilder, natural bodybuilder. If you go to my community tab right now, you can go see my dad at 40 something years old. Fully shredded, the better shape than I've ever been in. So I've had great genetics in that regard and a great foundation. And I think the unfortunate part, you know, that a lot of people that like bodybuilders, they don't really talk about is there's a very real body dysmorphia, as well as an unreasonably high standard that we try to maintain for as long as we possibly can. I believe it's actually one of those things that you can probably see is killing Ronnie Coleman. Ronnie Coleman, as old as he is, all the back surgeries that he's had. For those of you guys don't know, Ronnie Coleman, what is 8-time Mr. Olympia, arguably the best bodybuilder of all time. You look at him today, he is still going in that gym, cranking that iron, because it's such a huge part of himself, that his physique is such a huge part of who he is. You can't let it go. And I think for a lot of us athletes who cultivated a high standard very early, the aging process is very hard for us to accept, you know, and really that new body that comes with it. You know, most of us want to be shredded and in shape as long as we possibly can. And the very difficult part about that is the self-esteem, the negative self-esteem that you can cultivate as a result of burdening yourself with that very, very high standard. It's like you ever met, and this is probably for my fellas, you ever met like a really, really like beautiful girl, like a really, really beautiful girl, right? Who feels like she's just like one flaw away from being universally attractive. Have you ever met that girl? That girl is probably the most, like more insecure than someone who's just a relatively attractive person, right? That girl is probably the most hard on herself, the most burdened by, you know, her own standards, just because she feels like it's just that one thing. I feel like a lot of bodybuilders kind of got that pretty girl syndrome. It's like, if we don't have a six pack, if we don't have, you know, if we aren't strong, it's very difficult for us to feel good about ourselves. And that's something that we kind of have to learn, you know, over time. I'm very transparent about that shit. Because, you know, some days I be in the gym and I ask myself, you know, like I work for corporate Microsoft. You know, nobody at my job is trying to be fit in the same way I'm trying to be fit. I work a job that requires me to literally sit on my ass all day. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes you get up and you subject yourself to this grind, you know, this regimen, and you do feel like you're doing it for yourself, but you also got to kind of unpack, like, the other reasons why you're doing it. What are your other motives? And I'll be real with you. Like, some of my motives are just simply that I want to have a visual aesthetic that I am not trying to let go. I want to be like Dragon Ball Z and Goku, like a hybrid athlete. Like, I want to maintain that physique for as long as I can. And I don't have a very real reason for that. There's health benefits to that. But the root of that is just my own ego, vanity, with some health benefits sprinkled on top. But I think in really fully understanding yourself and understanding your purpose, you also have to understand that there are negative ramifications to that psychologically as well. If you don't feel happy when you're not in shape, if you don't feel confident when you're not in shape, if you don't feel like you can be social when you're out of shape, if you feel like when you're out of shape, everyone sees it and you're the center of attention and everyone knows, these are things which you got to start unpacking. These are things that you got to start unpacking. These are things that you kind of got to you got to take a little bit more seriously. You're not just going to be able to lift these things out of your psyche. So that's my gospel for the day. You know, I think sometimes I am probably unreasonably hard on myself. No different than anybody else though, you know, in different areas of their life. Let's get these shoulder shrugs out the way. I'll tell you what though, one thing I also really truly believe as it pertains to like working out is that pardon me, it really is a blessing to be able to work out. It really is a blessing to be able to really do anything with your body, you know, especially having the ability to improve it. You know, whether it be your physique, your cardiovascular health, because there's a lot of people out there, man, who don't have that ability. Let me see, okay. Put y'all back here, maybe? Yeah, put y'all back there. There's a lot of people who don't have that ability. Block y'all good. I guess I should put y'all somewhere. Hold up. So it's just always important to remember, you know, especially when it comes to working out, we are blessed to be able to do so. Come on, bike. I gotta get this room stage ready. Let's see here. Let me see. Where else can we put you? Can you put you right there? That might work. There you go. That'll work. There you go. Ooh. Boy. But saying all that to say, y'all, you know, being in this gym is a very nuanced thing. It's a beautiful thing, but just like anything else, it can be abused. You know, so just keep that in mind, what your purpose is when you're coming into the gym. Understand your purpose. Try to have fun with it. And try not to be too rigid about it. Try not to be too rigid about it. When I share my McDonald's days or my pizza days, you know, one thing I've learned about my fitness journey after being consistent with lifting for the last, 2, going on 3 years now, I've just embraced that progress is not always going to be linear. It's not always going to be me taking a step forward every single day. I think it's a childish notion to think that you're just going to only improve and you're not going to have any regressions, or life's not going to happen, or you're not going to get sick, or you're not going to succumb to cravings in any way. It's just not realistic. So, as I mentioned on all my lives, what I've learned is that the best skill that you can maintain with your life is really just maintaining the consistent desire, you know what I'm saying, to be better. As long as you understand why, your why, you know, the best skill that you can maintain is the ability to consistently get back on track. Never giving up. Interesting. We got trolls, bro. Happy Thursday to you guys too, man. Whew. There you go. You love my head. That's funny. Thank you. It's taking some time, but I love my head too. All right. Whew. What's good, Miss Lady? We in here. Grand Rising, G. Appreciate y'all popping in, man. We almost done, but I appreciate y'all. I definitely recognize those consistent faces. I'm on my last set though, so this is the perfect time to pop in. I think Josh earlier, I don't know if Josh, buddy on the live, he was calling me for cap. One thing that I really love about this machine is that it really does show you how you've improved or regressed. So that's one thing that you can't cap. Josh, I don't know if you're still in here. You can't cap the improvement or the regression, and I show that every single time. I don't be hiding whether or not I'm improving in here. Woo! 5 more. Boy, I'll tell you what. Whew. I'm so glad I took last week's shoulder workout to get a recovery workout. I told y'all last week that my shoulders, those of y'all who were here, told y'all last week that my shoulders were not feeling tip-top shape. And in the past, as a child, I would have just kept pushing. I would have just thought, like Rocky Balboa, you gotta keep going, Rock. That was a terrible Sylvester Stallone. I can do better now, hold up. Paulie, come on, Paulie. That's terrible too. But I used to think to myself, you just had to keep pushing through. But after getting surgery and dealing with kind of being stagnated, I don't risk it. So I did a light workout with lighter weight, came in, made sure I got a good stretch routine, and man, my shoulders feel great. Got through that workout with 0 problems. Good dream. Oh, ghost watching, man. Hey, look, it's all good, bro. I appreciate you popping in or being here. And we all about to prosper, man. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, wait a minute, Helena. Hold up now. The election just ended now. I'm like Nate Dogg. Hold up. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? All right. Here we go. All right. So I'll go ahead and show y'all this, man. I'll show y'all. Now, it looks like somewhere along the lines we lost 80 pounds. I'm not even mad at that, man. We lost 80 pounds. It could have been for me doing an extra set of something or an accidental extra rep. Hell, it could have just, this 80 pounds is so marginal. I'm just glad that we're able to do what we were able to do the week workout before last, pretty much at the same pace. So I'm fine with that. Looks like we got a 5-week target that we hit. Tonal has this new thing where it's creating weight targets. Oh, cool. Congrats on reaching this milestone. Tonal has this new thing where it creates a target based on you trying to build muscle. So it looks like I'm on track for that. I did gain a little bit of duration in this workout because I was talking a lot more, and that's cool. My time under tension went down by 35 seconds. I'll have to understand where that's coming from. I think when I was doing these workouts today, typically I would try to be a little bit more slow and controlled. But again, I think today I was just trying to focus on getting it done and managing my discomfort. 100% workout, movement, and an additional 4 calories, burn. So overall, man, I'm happy with this workout. We've been on it. We've been consistent. We've been in this gym every single day this week. Again, for those of you guys who are not familiar with Tonal, this is all the data that you're getting. You can see my muscle view now currently. Your boy is spent, right? Tomorrow we'll be doing back so we can get this puppy caught up with everything else, all right? Love the Tonal. But, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much the conclusion, family. Hope you guys enjoyed this live. One of the motifs that we discussed today was really just understanding your why. When it comes to weightlifting, a lot of us can be burdened by very high standards for ourselves, whether it's because of our youth, whether it's because of, just really trying to cling to a goal. I just ask that you continue to give yourself grace. You understand that progress is not always going to be linear. You are going to have periods where you're going to regress. It's just understanding that those periods will come and being able to bounce back afterwards, right? You might have some McDonald's, you might have some pizza, you might fall off the wagon a little bit, but success is falling off the wagon and being able to get right back on. That's success, right? Being able to get back on and head towards your goals, right? One day at a time. We always gonna be working, y'all. We always gonna be working. I think, as a child, I think we like to believe that we're gonna get to this point in life where all the adversity is gone, where all the discomfort is gone, where we're just happily ever after, kind of like how we saw in the sitcoms, and we don't have any more, struggle. That's not how life works, right? You're gonna get to periods where things are gonna be really good. You're gonna get to periods where things aren't so good. And each step of the way, you're gonna have to remember, give yourself grace and to get back on track one step at a time, right? That's about it, y'all. I believe in God, so I am gonna give him all the glory, despite the good or the bad. I encourage you to do the same if you're a believer as well. I hope you enjoy your Thursday. Tomorrow, I will be here bright and early. I might drop a video today, just a quick progress video, showing y'all my before and after. This is technically week 2 of my fitness journey. So I'll show you guys how much weight I've already lost. I've lost quite a bit of weight so far, so you can kind of see where we're trending. I'm gonna put my, videos side by side so you're able to see, visually what it looks like. Sometimes when you're walking around, you don't really see the improvements, but putting my videos side by side, I was able to see it, and hopefully you guys will be able to see it as well. So be on the lookout for that. But again, hopefully you guys have a great day. As always, TP Locks, aka Black Roshi, signing out.